You are welcome to the Guru's Perspective. It has been quite such a very, very long time. I, the Guru, must apologize for proceeding on what I would call unscheduled holiday, unscheduled sabbatical leave. But I can assure you, this is January still of 2024, the beginning, the first month of the year. And as we take off today, whatever we must have left behind, we shall make up for it. Let me announce it like a good pilot who will tell you that we are taking off late, but nothing to worry about. Fasten your seatbelt as we cruise, we'll make up for the time lost. So every event will bring them to here. Today, let us start with a very, very quick one, a sad one from some side of the cliff, if you look at it. An interesting one from other parts of the same climb, if you look at it. It has to do with the federal government order that the Nigeria Airports Authority, Airports Authority of Nigeria, Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, that is FAAN, should move its headquarters to Lagos. And here is broken out. Then the second one is that not the CBN, please, take note of this, not the Central Bank of Nigeria, but a department, the supervising department of the CBN, with total staff of about 4,000. The total staff in that supervising of banks, that department in CBN that tackle the whole CBN matter worldwide, the total staff there is about just 4,009. The federal government said that that department should move to Lagos. And the federal government gave reasons, but hair is gotten loose. And the hair that gotten loose came from two major sectors, or no, one major sector represented by two major subsectors. The northern Nigerian people, they've seen an opportunity to release an onslaught on the federation capacity, the fundamental means of the federation capacity as a country. A serious attack is being unleashed. But this attack is brought to the fore by two subsectors. That is the Northern Senators Forum, 58 of them. Then the Arewa Consultative Forum, the umbrella, the social, this umbrella that stood for the North for years before the Northern Elders people arrived. They are the one that abdicated. And the irony of it, before we even go to analyzing anything here, is that this onslaught is one of the greatest threats to uniformity of a country called Nigeria. It's the greatest threat to the indivisibility of the country called Nigeria. Don't forget that in 2014, when the president then, President Goodluck Jonathan, launched the national cover, one area he warned every person that they must not go to is the indivisibility of the country called Nigeria. And so this is from where we shall be looking at this matter today. One, the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria moved this headquarters to Abuja only in 2020. Please let us understand it. This is a fact on ground. It moved its headquarters to Abuja only in 2020. But the northern Nigeria people, which is not what exactly is on the ground, as represented by the Area Consultative Forum, is now making it to sound as if the headquarters of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria had always been in Abuja over the years. No, that is number one. Number two, please permit me, I will bring this to bear in this thing. What the Area Consultative Forum and the Northern Senators Forum turn this battle to is that there are plans by the federal government to relocate the federal capital from Abuja to Lagos, which is not true. But the thing we must question here is this: how on earth could 58 senators of northern origin rise in astute battle against the Federal Republic of Nigeria and still tell me that they are senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Because on that introduction to that battle, they made it very, very clear. They said even in this 2024 budget, the money, the fund allocated to the whole North was inadequate. It means they served what, according to their interpretation, not written in any book, the southern people or the southern government or the southern part of the Nigerian Federation government is denying what is the right of the northern people government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. These are senators that congregate themselves in the National Assembly at Abuja. 58 of them. Before we shift to the next video that I shall explain the role, the wicked and dubious roles played by the Northern Senators Forum, let me say a word or two about the ACF, Arewa Consultative Forum. In the beginning, there was no doubt about it. There was what you call the Kaduna Mafia. At the time, a very young man became the secretary of that Kaduna Mafia. And that very young man, I will not mention his name here, happened to be my friend for years, until he became a permanent secretary in establishment, until he moved to the presidency. He was the secretary of the Kaduna Mafia then. And I can tell you very authoritatively that General Olusegun Obasanjo, even as a younger officer, was a member of the Kaduna Mafia. I can always tell you that the retired and late, the late General John Oro Obada was a member of the Kaduna Mafia. He and Alao he was moved from the Nigeria Army to establish the Nigerian Force before he was returned back. That's why he became the first acting chief of staff for the Nigeria Air Force. And when he died recently, a minute of silence or so was proclaimed by the Federal Executive Council, and his burial went along that line of former chief of staff services that died. They were members of the Kaduna Mafia. Arewa Consultative Forum was the first organization brought together by the whole of the North to shepherd the interest of the North. And when the North went to war, who is the target? The target is the Southern Nigeria. That's the target. And we should not forget at all that the interest, the zeal, the enthusiasm of the North coming under one umbrella really emanated from the events that took place in 1803. Let us not go into that history. The Arewa Consultative Forum now combined every uprising star, every person from the whole North, including what we call Taraba State today. That is why people like Theophilus Danjuma, the former chief of Army Staff, was a member ab initio from beginning, was a member. And of course, they belong to the same Kaduna Mafia. Now, the Arewa Consultative Forum that is now fighting the cause of the North, that the North receives less money, the North is being cheated, and Abuja is being moved, is not being fair to either reality of them, or they don't even know what they stand for now. Because the Arewa Consultative Forum of those days that was prominent is dead, gone, and buried. If they will not know, let me pronounce it here. And the announcement was made by Shehu Gaba, the media assistant to President Muhammad Buhari. That was, which year was that? Is it 2015 or 2016? When the first 1 billion naira was given to the Fulani headers. When they met, Lieutenant General Dambazo was led the Fulanis to that meeting. The Inspector General of Police there, Mohammed, was there in that very meeting, in the bush, right there in the bush where they had it. So it was within this period that Shehu Gaba made the pronouncement that the that the Fulani, either nationalism or nationalism, should not be underrated. That they represent their people the same way. Ohanes Igbo represented Igbo. Afenifere represented, and that day he measured all the social, cultural representative, and he did not measure Arewa Consultative Forum, because by then the Northern Elders Forum had risen to a place of replacement, and now that the Fulani had become recognized fully, that became the death of Arewa Consultative Forum. It was Shehu Gebe that mentioned it. But today, Arewa Constitutive Forum is rising up. Speaking for who? Only to bring problem. This is nothing but confronting, because they never knew that Bola Tinubu will make this far. This is confronting him and confronting the foundation of the Nigeria Federation. Arewa Constitutive Forum should be put where they belong. As far as I'm concerned, by the announcement of Shehu Gaba, Arewa Constitutive Forum is dead, pronounced so, buried, and every funeral about it has gone with. So I will return back to talk to the this selected 58 senators of Northern Senators Forum.